everyone, Ironclad Cobra here, and welcome to another Retroid Pocket Nova video. As you see here, today I'm going to showcase a quick guide on how to swap the face buttons on your Retroid Pocket Nova. Of course, one of the greatest things about this device from Retroid is that they made it very customizable. You can completely order DIY buttons from Retroid's website, as you see here, or D-pads, or the start and select buttons as well. You can also order a customizable back shell. I think in my review video previously with my review unit that I got from Retroid, the black one, that was the flat back plate. And of course you can also order a bumpy back plate just to make it more, I guess, ergonomic if you would like to, but I personally prefer the flat back plate because it feels more like Retroid. So there are huge possibilities for customization on the Nova, and there is a nice website, I'll include it in the video description as well. It's called Leaf Studio, where you can customize the colors, the buttons, any accessories online, and see how it looks like on real photos as well as on rendered photos. So you can have an idea of how your Retroid Pocket Nova looks like with the customization options. I'll include that in the video description. Now, before I start the video, let me mention, or let me say, huge thanks to Andreas, who was a great supporter of my channel, a very genuine friend. He buys most of my handheld devices as well. As I mentioned, in my channel, he's been a great friend and a supporter of my channel. So Andreas actually agreed to trade his 16-bit. This is Andreas's 16-bit device. It's 8 GB of RAM with my black 12 gigs of RAM. Now, I personally, as I mentioned in my previous Nova videos, I'm not planning to play anything past PS2, so I would believe 8 gigs of RAM would be more than enough. So huge thanks to Andreas. He sent me his brand new unopened 16-bit. As you see, he also got those DIY retro buttons because I'd like to transform the 16-bit to the retro DMG colorway, because that's my favorite colorway when it comes to handhelds. And unfortunately Retroid stopped producing or making that colorway, I believe, after the Retroid Pocket 2S. So now I think we have the buttons as well, so we can completely make it a retro or DMG colorway. And of course Andreas also sent me the entire pack that he got from Retroid, with the bag as well, with the back plate, the bumpy back plate too, with all the customization accessories, but as I said, I'll probably keep the flat back plate because I personally prefer it flat as well. So let's just do the quick unboxing. Of course, this is the 16-bit colorway, as you see here. This is completely brand new, unopened, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. The color is 16-bit, as you see here. Let's do the quick unboxing as well. We can start here. Oops. Okay, there you go. Let's remove the plastic film. And there we go. This is the Retroid Pocket Nova. Let's remove the sticker as well. And there we go. Okay. As you see, I've done the same unboxing video on my black review unit that I got from Retroid. This is actually the styrofoam padding that we will need, in a couple of minutes, just to rest the device backwards to to avoid damaging your screen and analog sticks. So that's a great thing to do. The quality assurance as well is here. And then this is the device itself, the beautiful 16-bit, or you know, the rainbow buttons, or the skills buttons as well, as you wish. As I said, I'll keep the flat backplate. I prefer the flat, you know, over the bumpy as well. There you go. Okay, so I'll just you know, try to skip some parts of the video just to avoid having a long time as well. So as we said, we'll keep this padding to use it as a cushioning tool so that the device rests comfortably without the possibility of damaging the screen or the analog sticks. So as you see here, I'm going to use, of course, we have the DMG buttons as well here, and the D-pad as well. I'll keep the D-pad of the 16-bit. I'll just, you know, swap the face buttons. I think Retroid sends you as well some accessories to use. There's a screwdriver, there's a pair of plastic tweezers, there's also a guitar pick that you can use to pry or remove the backplate. But I think I personally prefer to use my own. I have a bit of a better quality set here. This is a German brand, Wackmann professional tools, as you see here. I don't know if it shows on the camera. I've been using Wackmann accessories for a long time, and I have a lot of house tools as well from Wackmann. It's really nice. Even my, you know, hobby knife that I use in my unboxing videos is also from Wackmann tools. You know, really high German quality. So let's get it started. So I'll be using the guitar pick or any, you know, plastic prying tool that you have as well to remove the back shell, and I'll be using also the Phillips 00 or 00 screwdriver as well to remove all the screws. I think all the screws are Phillips 00, so just one size of a screwdriver would be enough. And I'll be using also a metal tweezers. I think the metal is a bit better than plastic. It has a better edge as well to remove the ribbon cables. So first of all, I'll just remove these 4 screws that you see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me just do it. So after I removed the 4 screws, as you see here, I'll try to use the prying tool or the guitar pick to remove the back shell. Of course, make sure that there's no micro SD card in your device, you know, otherwise you'll damage the micro SD card interface. So we'll start prying. I think we can start probably from here on this corner, as you see here. Be careful when you try to remove the back shell not to press accidentally on the switch on button as well. Okay, let's go. What is the best place to start? Let's start maybe at the bottom here. Okay. I'm just being careful not to press the on and off button. So as you see here, I started from this corner at the bottom. I'm using the Retroid guitar pick. I think it was a bit sharper than the one I had. So see, you can start opening carefully. and you can hear the click. Just be very gentle and very careful. Let me just fast forward this step. Okay, finally I was able to remove the back plate, as you see here. But it took, I think it was more difficult than I expected. But anyway, I don't have superior soldering course and tweaking skills as well, but I think I managed to do it. So here we go, guys. This is the interior. As I said, I'm just removing the face buttons. So this is the side that I've been working on. I think there are 3 screws here you have to remove. 1, 2, and 3. So let's get ahead and remove these 3 screws. Just a quick note, guys, that to remove this 3rd screw, I removed these 2 easily, but the 3rd one, you have to remove the trigger button because it's under it and it requires some really, good force. So I'll just skip forward and then share with you again. Whew, that was quite of a challenge. I actually managed to remove the 3rd screw here without removing the trigger button. I just pushed it a little bit out, as you see here, from its axis, and then it gave me some space. So I was able to put the screwdriver and remove the 3rd screw. So now you can see the complete piece is out here. So now the next step is to remove the ribbon cable. As you see here, there's a small latch here. You can just lift it up and then remove the ribbon cable. So I'll just forward it as well. So I was able to remove the ribbon cable. As you see here, now it's loose, so we can remove later the daughter board. So now the next step is to remove this ribbon cable, which is for the analog stick. This ribbon cable was for the face buttons. So we'll remove this ribbon cable and then we'll remove these 3 screws that you see here, so we can have the D-pad out again. Before we do that, make sure to remove the cap stick, this the stick cap here, so the piece will completely come out, as you see here. So now we'll put it back again. There you go. I'll just fast forward, remove these 3 buttons as well, and come back to you. So after I removed these 3 screws here, the analog stick piece will come out. I also removed the ribbon cable, as you see here. So there you go. Now the next step will be to remove the speaker here, and for the speaker we have 2 screws to remove. This is one here and there's one here as well. So I'll just fast forward and remove these 2 screws. You don't have to remove the cable of the speaker, you just need to remove the screws and then get the speaker out, so we can completely flip the daughter board. I'll fast forward as well. Okay, now that the speaker is loose, as you see here, we can just put it here without removing the cable, so we can completely flip the daughter board here. Make sure those ribbon cables are out of the way, because you don't want to damage them when you remove or when we flip the daughter board, as you see here. So we'll just do it gently. I'll just fast forward again. Oops guys, my bad, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention we have to remove the 3 screws for the daughter board as well. There's one here at the bottom, the second one here is in the middle, and then the third one here is on top under the ribbon cable. So after we remove these 3 screws, we can flip the daughter board. Let me fast forward again. Okay, there you go. As you see, after removing the 3 screws, the daughter board is loose, so we can gently flip it without damaging the ribbon cable here. Just be careful as much as possible. And there you go. So you can see here, I completely opened it up. So now we'll have the old 16-bit buttons removed. Well, let me just fast forward it as well. So as you see here, I completely removed the 16-bit buttons. Now I'm going to put the DMG or the retrograde buttons as well, exactly in the same way here. I'll just fast forward as well. So after putting the retro DIY buttons, face buttons here, I flick back the daughter board. I'll just now put all the screws again, put all the components back, and I'll just show you the final result. Let me just fast forward as well. So after putting everything back together, the flat back shell is back as well with the 4 screws. I think now we have the best colorway in my opinion, which is the retro DMG. Okay guys, as you see here, completely customized with the retro DMG or gray face buttons here, and my Nova is ready to use. Okay guys, I think that would be for today. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions about the swap, as I said, I fast forwarded some steps. Feel free to ask in the video description. So always remember, we don't stop gaming because we grow old. We grow old because we stop gaming.